Welcome to the Bible Quiz and Trivia channel. Today, we're diving into the book of 2 Chronicles, challenging your knowledge on the kings of Judah, their triumphs, and their trials. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like this video to support our content. After the quiz, share your score in the comments. We love seeing how well you do. Are you ready? Let's get started. Question 1. What is the primary focus of the book of 2 Chronicles? A. The reign of King David. B. The history of the northern kingdom Israel. C. The reigns of the kings of Judah. D. The Exodus from Egypt. Answer: C. The reigns of the kings of Judah. 2 Chronicles focuses primarily on the southern kingdom of Judah, detailing the reigns from Solomon to the Babylonian exile, emphasizing the temple and religious fidelity. Question 2. Who began the construction of the temple described in 2 Chronicles? A. David. B. Solomon. C. Rehoboam. D. Josiah. Answer: B. Solomon. Solomon began the construction of the temple in Jerusalem, fulfilling his father David's plans as a place for worship and to house the Ark of the Covenant. 2 Chronicles 3-1. Question 3. How long did it take to complete the temple construction under Solomon? A. 7 years. B. 20 years. C. 40 years. D. 12 years. Answer: A. 7 years. The construction of Solomon's temple took 7 years to complete, a relatively short period considering the temple's elaborate design and grandeur. 2 Chronicles 3-2. Question 4. What did Solomon pray for during the temple dedication ceremony? A. Victory over his enemies. B. Wealth and prosperity. C. Wisdom and knowledge. D. God's presence and favor. Answer: D. God's presence and favor. During the temple dedication ceremony, Solomon prayed for God's presence to inhabit the temple and for God to maintain his divine favor and covenant with the people of Israel. 2 Chronicles 6:14-42. Question 5. How does God appear to Solomon after the temple dedication? A. As a cloud in the temple. B. In a dream. C. Through a prophet. D. As a burning bush. Answer: B. In a dream. God appeared to Solomon in a dream after the dedication of the temple, promising to bless the temple and respond to Solomon's prayers, but also warning him against turning away from God. 2 Chronicles 7:12-22. Question 6. What consequence does Solomon face for his idolatry as described in 2 Chronicles? A. His life was shortened. B. The kingdom was promised to be torn away. C. He faced no consequences. D. He lost his wealth. Answer: B. The kingdom was promised to be torn away. Because of Solomon's idolatry, God promised that the kingdom would be divided, but this division would occur during the reign of his son, Rehoboam. As a consequence, 2 Chronicles 7:19-22. Question 7. Which kingdom did Shishak, king of Egypt, attack in Solomon's reign? A. Israel. B. Judah. C. Both Israel and Judah. D. None. It was after Solomon's reign. Answer: D. None. It was after Solomon's reign. Shishak, king of Egypt, attacked Jerusalem during the reign of Rehoboam, Solomon's son, taking away treasures from the temple and the royal palace. 2 Chronicles 12-29. Question 8. Who succeeded Solomon as king of Judah? A. Jeroboam. B. Rehoboam. C. Abijah. D. Asa. Answer: B. Rehoboam. Rehoboam, Solomon's son, succeeded him as king of Judah. His reign saw the division of the kingdom due to his harsh policies. 2 Chronicles 10-119. Question 9. What reforms did King Asa of Judah implement? A. He built a large army. B. He renewed the covenant with God. C. He expelled the Philistines. D. He taxed the people heavily. Answer. B. He renewed the covenant with God. King Asa implemented religious reforms that included removing idols, renewing the covenant, and commanding Judah to seek the Lord and follow his commandments. 2 Chronicles 15 to 8:15. Question 10. How did King Jehoshaphat strengthen Judah militarily? A. By forming alliances with surrounding nations. B. By hiring mercenaries. C. By fortifying cities and building a strong army. D. By relying solely on divine intervention. Answer. C. By fortifying cities and building a strong army. Jehoshaphat strengthened Judah by fortifying cities and building a strong military, including equipping the army with shields, spears, and bows. 2 Chronicles 17:12-19. Question 11. What alliance did Jehoshaphat form that the text criticizes? A. With Egypt. B. With Assyria. C. With Israel. D. With Babylon. Answer. C. With Israel. Jehoshaphat formed an alliance with the northern kingdom of Israel through marriage, which was criticized by the prophet Jehu because it led to cooperation with the wicked king Ahab. 2 Chronicles 18-13. Question 12. Which prophet rebuked King Jehoshaphat for his alliances? A. Isaiah. B. Elijah. C. Micaiah. D. Jehu. Answer. D. Jehu. The prophet Jehu, son of Hanani, rebuked Jehoshaphat for his alliance with King Ahab of Israel, warning him that God was displeased with his cooperation with the wicked. 2 Chronicles 19-2. Question 13. What unique judicial reform did Jehoshaphat establish? A. He abolished all previous laws. B. He set up a system of local judges. C. He established a royal court. D. He allowed women to be judges. Answer. B. He set up a system of local judges. Jehoshaphat established a unique judicial reform by setting up a system of local judges throughout the fortified cities of Judah, and he instructed them to judge with fear of the Lord, faithfully and with a loyal heart. 2 Chronicles 19-5-11. Question 14. How did King Hezekiah respond to the Assyrian threat? A. He surrendered immediately. B. He sought an alliance with Babylon. C. He fortified the city and cut off the water supply from the invaders. D. He fled the city. Answer. C. He fortified the city and cut off the water supply from the invaders. Hezekiah responded to the Assyrian threat by fortifying Jerusalem, building walls, and cutting off the water supply outside the city to hinder the Assyrian army. 2 Chronicles 32-25. Question 15. What religious reform did King Hezekiah undertake? A. He built more high places. B. He restored the priesthood and reopened the temple. C. He introduced new gods. D. He banned the Sabbath. Answer. B. He restored the priesthood and reopened the temple. King Hezekiah undertook significant religious reforms, including restoring the priesthood, reopening the temple, and purging Judah of idolatry, thereby renewing the religious practices that had been neglected. 2 Chronicles 29-336. Question 16. What miracle did God perform as a sign to Hezekiah concerning his illness? A. Parted the seas. B. Made the sun go backward. C. Caused an earthquake. D. Sent manna from heaven. Answer. B. Made the sun go backward. As a sign to King Hezekiah that he would recover from his illness and God would defend the city from the Assyrians, God made the shadow cast by the sun go backward 10 steps on the stairway of Ahaz. 2 Chronicles 32:24. Question 17. Who was the king of Judah during the Babylonian siege? A. Josiah. B. Hezekiah. C. Zedekiah. D. Jehoiakim. Answer: C. Zedekiah. Zedekiah was the king of Judah during the Babylonian siege and capture of Jerusalem, which led to the destruction of the city and the temple, as well as the exile of the Judeans. 2 Chronicles 36:11-13. Question 18. How did King Josiah die, according to 2 Chronicles? A. In his sleep. B. Killed in a chariot accident. C. In battle at Megiddo. D. Executed by invaders. Answer: C. In battle at Megiddo. King Josiah died in battle at Megiddo after disguising himself to engage in combat. He was fatally wounded by archers and died in Jerusalem. 2 Chronicles 35:22-24. Question 19. What significant religious discovery was made during King Josiah's reign? A. The Ark of the Covenant. B. A golden idol. C. The Book of the Law. D. A prophetic scroll. Answer: C. The Book of the Law. During King Josiah's reign, the high priest Hezekiah discovered the Book of the Law in the temple of the Lord, which led to significant religious reforms and a renewed covenant between the people and God. 2 Chronicles 34:14-15. Question 20. What festival did Josiah celebrate that had not been celebrated like that for many years? A. Passover. B. Feast of Tabernacles. C. Pentecost. D. Day of Atonement. Answer: A. Passover. King Josiah celebrated the Passover in Jerusalem with great fervor, and it was noted that such a Passover had not been celebrated since the days of the prophet Samuel. 2 Chronicles 35:18. Question 21. What foreign power did King Ahaz of Judah appeal to for help, and what was the result? A. The Assyrians. They helped defeat his enemies. B. The Egyptians. They betrayed him. C. The Babylonians. They invaded Judah. D. The Philistines. They refused to help. Answer: A. The Assyrians. They helped defeat his enemies. King Ahaz of Judah appealed to the Assyrians for help against Israel and Aram. The Assyrians defeated Ahaz's enemies, but also imposed a heavy tribute on Judah, leading to further idolatry and submission. 2 Chronicles 28:16-21. Question 22. How did Manasseh, king of Judah, change after being taken captive by the Assyrians? A. He became more cruel. B. He repented and reformed. C. He escaped and waged war. D. He became a governor under the Assyrians. Answer: B. He repented and reformed. After being taken captive by the Assyrians, Manasseh repented, prayed to God, and upon his return, he initiated religious reforms, removing foreign goddess and restoring the altar of the Lord. 2 Chronicles 33:12-13. Question 23. Which king of Judah was known for his extensive building projects and military campaigns? A. Uzziah. B. Ahaz. C. Jehoshaphat. D. Asa. Answer: A. Uzziah. King Uzziah of Judah was known for his extensive building projects and military campaigns. He fortified the city, built towers, and developed a well-equipped army, which brought great prosperity to Judah. 2 Chronicles 26-6-15. Question 24. How did King Uzziah's reign end, according to 2 Chronicles? A. He was overthrown in a coup. B. He died peacefully. C. He was struck with leprosy. D. He fled to Egypt. Answer: C. He was struck with leprosy. King Uzziah's reign ended tragically when he was struck with leprosy for attempting to burn incense in the temple, a duty reserved for priests. He lived in isolation until his death. 2 Chronicles 26:16-21. Question 25. What was the fate of King Jehoahaz after only a 3-month reign? A. He was deposed and exiled by the Egyptians. B. He died of natural causes. C. He was assassinated. D. He abdicated. Answer: A. He was deposed and exiled by the Egyptians. King Jehoahaz reigned for only 3 months before he was deposed by Pharaoh Necho of Egypt, who imprisoned him in Egypt where he died. 2 Chronicles 36-14. Question 26. How does 2 Chronicles describe the relationship between Judah and the northern kingdom of Israel? A. As peaceful and cooperative. B. As fraught with constant warfare. C. As occasionally allied. D. As completely independent and isolated. Answer: C. As occasionally allied. 2 Chronicles describes the relationship between Judah and the northern kingdom of Israel as occasionally allied, particularly under certain kings who sought political alliances through marriage or military coalitions. 2 Chronicles 18-13. Question 27. What were the circumstances leading to the exile of the southern kingdom, Judah? A. Economic collapse. B. A series of weak kings. C. Persistent idolatry and disregard for prophetic warnings. D. Natural disasters. Answer: C. Persistent idolatry and disregard for prophetic warnings. The circumstances leading to the exile of Judah were largely due to persistent idolatry and the people's disregard for prophetic warnings, which culminated in divine judgment and the Babylonian conquest. 2 Chronicles 36:15-21. Question 28. Which king of Judah is noted for achieving a great military victory through divine intervention without fighting? A. Asa. B. Jehoshaphat. C. Hezekiah. D. Josiah. Answer: B. Jehoshaphat. King Jehoshaphat is noted for achieving a great military victory without fighting when God intervened. Judah's enemies turned on each other, and Jehoshaphat's forces collected the spoils without engaging in battle. 2 Chronicles 20:22-25. Question 29. How does 2 Chronicles conclude the history of Judah? A. With a call to rebuild Jerusalem. B. With the destruction of the temple. C. With a genealogy of the kings. D. With the promise of a new covenant. Answer: A. With a call to rebuild Jerusalem. 2 Chronicles concludes the history of Judah with the proclamation of Cyrus, king of Persia, allowing the exiles to return and rebuild the temple in Jerusalem, marking a hopeful end to the exile. 2 Chronicles 36:22-23. Question 30. What promise does 2 Chronicles cling to concerning the future of Judah and Jerusalem? A. The restoration of the monarchy. B. The return of the exiles and rebuilding of the temple. C. The coming of a messianic king. D. An eternal kingdom without end. Answer: B. The return of the exiles and rebuilding of the temple. 2 Chronicles clings to the promise of the return of the exiles and the rebuilding of the temple, signifying God's ongoing covenant relationship with his people and his faithfulness to restore them. 2 Chronicles 36:22-23.